General Hospital's policy that Spencer Cassidy and Esme will still be determined to remove Nicholas Cassidy from Ace Cassidy's life. Nicholas will soon return home and wants to get custody of Ace as Nicholas originally intended. Because Nicholas really didn't love Esme, and they only had a one-night stand in a moment of mistake, meaning that Nicholas still wants to reclaim Nicholas' new son despite the fact that Nicholas will soon face punishment for having imprisoned Esme. Fans know that Spencer has never been on the same page as his father, as Nicholas hasn't been in town since before Ace was born. Perhaps Nicholas will not reveal what happened to Nicholas before, so in Spencer's eyes, Nicholas is a runaway and irresponsible. With those thoughts, Spencer assumed that Nicholas had abandoned Spencer for the second time, and there was nothing to prove that Nicholas would not abandon Ace in the future. Nicholas may want to explain, but Spencer is a hot-tempered guy. Spencer would not want to hear any explanation from this cruel father. Spencer blamed Nicholas for abandoning Ace since Ace was not born, and that was unforgivable. In addition, even though Esme had lost her memory, she still did not agree with raising Ace with Nicholas. Esme had heard about the crimes that Nicholas had committed before, including once holding Esme captive and indirectly causing Esme to lose her memory. Spencer has recently changed the way he thinks about Esme. Even if Esme did something cruel in the past, the current Esme has taken on the role of mother very well. Spencer and Esme's relationship is not just about helping Esme take care of Ace, but they may also have some kind of connection. Perhaps sooner or later they will have to take some action to prevent Nicholas from getting custody of the baby. Spencer thinks of proving Ace is Spencer's son instead of son Nicholas, with a DNA test result. Of course, before and now, beside the fact that Esme once said that Ace was Nicholas' son, there is no evidence to prove that. The idea of doing a DNA test was suggested by Spencer, and Esme was able to agree, even though they knew that the true result could be that Nicholas was actually Ace's father. Of course, Spencer will ask someone to get their hands on these DNA test results to ensure that Spencer is Ace's father. Portia Robinson can help Spencer on the condition that Spencer ends up with Trina Robinson. Spencer wouldn't want that to happen because Spencer and Trina's relationship just hit a big step forward. Of course, Trina will also hear about the plan to fake DNA result from Spencer's mouth. Trina may decide to end it for Spencer's sake. In fact, Trina will think that sometime love means sacrifice. Spencer refused to let go of Ace and could bitterly accept Spencer living with tears in his eyes. Spencer may also have another plan. After gaining custody of Ace, Spencer and Trina can get back together by trying to convince Portia. Of course, this plan would be very difficult, and Portia would definitely have a hard time accepting Spencer and Trina's relationship now that she has Spencer's secret in her hands. Despite all that, Spencer will continue with the plan and make it impossible for Nicholas to have Ace forever.